Live. In my previous team, I was training quite intensely, good intensity and duration. And as usual, I've been fasting. So I do OMAD fasting, 9 or 10 days, 900, 1,000. I've been doing OMAD fast for around 5 years now. And I'd say at least 900 or less 1,000 days I'm doing OMAD fasting. Now and then I get once in a blue moon. I eat more than twice, but I like to fast. So sometimes I do 2 meals, which means eating 3 times in a day, but most days it's OMAD. And I like that, OMAD fasting. And as usual, as my way is, I woke up today, didn't eat breakfast, didn't eat lunch, didn't eat in the afternoon. Uh, and I've been fasting, and it's 17:30, close to. So I fast 20 plus hours per day, and typically I consume my one meal at the end towards the end of the day. So if you're interested in OMAD fast, you can check out Eric Berg, Dr. Eric Berg, his custom videos on OMAD fasting. So yeah, I've meal prepped, and I'm gonna go to the kitchen and get my food and my protein shake. I already have the red balls with lots of supplements here, so I like to meal prepare my meals. So I've been fasting more than 20 hours, and I get ready to break my fast. I will eat my OMAD meal live on YouTube. I'm gonna start a phone stream, so it'll be an alt angle live on my phone. So I'll be back. And then, like, in this I said, break my fast. Those who don't watch lunches know that we all fast. And I do all fast for 100 years. And in 9 and 10 days, most days, I like to do so fast. So anyway, I do all that fasting. Possibly I will do that this year. But the main thing is fasting. I was not fast because I was today. And when you're consuming one, so I'm gonna break my fast like but why? So as usual, I meal prep this whole thing. I make super shake, and only after that, most of the supplements. Even while fasting, when I fast, I will eat breakfast, but I make full strength and most supplements. That's what the hours of break my fast. It's being super shake. I fast more than 20 hours, I can break 5 a long time. Fasting took some risk with the something. But I was risky to stay in there. That's what So my homemade meals are typically tripartite, 3 parts, which means the meal prep is also tripartite, 3 part. And it's what my homemade meals consist of 3 parts. So it's a super shake, the main course, more or less solid food on a plate or bowl, and then the grand portion with also supplements, which are a very important part of the meal. So I take 2 big doses of supplements per day. There's 1 grand post-wake-up dose of supplements, I call it, which means even though I fast and don't eat breakfast, I take a big dose of supplements after waking up. That's a gram post-wake-up dose. The second large dose of supplements in a day is after finishing my fast breaking meal. And most days I do on that. So there's a grand post-wake-up dose of supplements, which typically I take within 6 hours of waking up. And the second dose, large dose, is the grand post-meal dose of supplements. So since the OMED meals are 3 part tripartite, the meal prep is also 3 part tripartite. So it's making the super shake, loading up the grand post-meal dose supplements, and cooking the food. Okay. So today's OMED meal. Super shake, grand post-meal dose of supplements, and food itself. So 3 parts. I eat a low sugar diet. So what is my diet? Well, I eat one time a day, fast more than 20 hours per day. On a rare occasion, I eat twice after fasting 20 plus hours. The main thing is fasting a significant amount of time. So 20 plus hours per day. I like to fast 20 plus hours. And meaning 20 hours or more. Okay. When I do eat, what's my diet like? Low sugar, very low sugar. Contrast to the baseline, like the average person. A contrast statistic I looked at it was 88 plus grams of sugar per day. The average American consumes. Sugar is bad for you, really bad. I consume less than 8 grams of sugar per day. Um, so I eat once a day, most days, fast more than 20 hours. Now and then I eat, do too bad. So after fasting 20 hours, I eat twice, okay? Now the main thing is fast 20 plus hours. And now I eat more once. But most days is eating once. So what are my meals like in terms of nutrition? Well, if you have 3 bars, it'll be protein bar will be high protein, high fat, and I like to specify high healthy fats. Okay, I don't use the seed oils and stuff, palm oil. I use avocado for cooking and avocado, not coconut oil, avocado, fruit fats. I also like to have olive oil, incorporate olive oil into my meals. Now I don't cook in olive oil because olive oil has a low smoking point. You want to retain the health benefits. You want to, if you use olive oil to cook at a low temperature, like slow cooking. Now, coconut and avocado have a high smoking point, do not readily oxidize, and you can, with coconut oil, you can like stir fry with it, do high temperature cooking. A lot of times I will add olive oil, most for the health benefits, like enriching with fats, kind of like after I finish cooking, pour some olive oil over it, or after turning down the heat, add olive oil. Olive oil is healthy fat. So favorite fats: olive oil, avocado, coconut oil, and real butter, which is like milk, cream, with other ingredients, and salt and touch. So my meals are high fat, high protein, low carb most of the times, and low sugar. So I consume less than 8 grams of sugar per day. Um, And I like to incorporate healthy spices. I can teach you this. The anti-inflammation trio, healthy spices. In general terms, spices are anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, are good for your health. So chili, I like to use chili, cayenne pepper. Chili contains capsaicin, which is a natural antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. Uh, Turmeric, here's the trio, anti-inflammatory trio, antioxidant trio: turmeric, ginger, and black pepper. So turmeric contains curcumin, which is anti-inflammatory. Ginger contains gingerols, which are anti-inflammatory, and black pepper enhances the absorption of the gingerols in the ginger and the curcumin in the turmeric. So you get more health benefit from a given amount of turmeric or ginger. So that's a trio of spices I like to add to my meals. And if you watch my videos, you can tell I'm a man of discipline, and I don't live for pleasure. Being a love of pleasure, my love. A lot of pastors now are fat. That's a red flag. Now, if your pastor is fat, it's love of pleasure, my love. So not possibly gluttonous. Okay, that can be a red flag. So I don't live for pleasure, which is why I don't masturbate the internet porn like a lot of guys do. Which is why uh, I'm this with my diet. I don't just drink milkshakes and eat donuts and things like this, because that will dissolve pleasure. Okay? Gives you pleasure, and I look at food as and people do well to model this. I look at food as a nutrient delivery system and not as a pleasure source, really. So my food is like I'm squeezing in as much health benefit, healthy spices, protein, and this amount of protein, fat, and things like this to make it as healthy as possible. It's a nutrient delivery system, and not I don't look at it as a pleasure source, like something I do for fun. Okay, it's something that I need to do every day and make the meal as healthy as possible. Other than my rare cheat meals, cheat days. Okay, so I eat high fat, high protein, high healthy fat, high protein, low carb typically, and little to no sugar. so less than 10 grams of sugar per day. So those are my OMAD meals. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna get some olive oil and pour it over here. So here's the three parts of the meal. The super shake. What's in here? Protein powder, and it's a veg protein powder, which I'm not vegetarian. The reason I buy that is because it's the only protein powder I found on the supplement store with a lot of supplements that is up to my standards. Natural, no artificial sweeteners, no sugar added to it, no flavorings or colorings, just natural. And it's a mix of rice, pea, and hemp protein, I think. Three types of vegetable protein powders. And it's veggie protein, I think it's called. There's also a complete greens powder blend from Superfood brand, and it's 7 organic greens, super greens, not fruit. The company's called Superfood. They have a fruit powder too, and it's moringa, chlorella, wheatgrass, barleygrass, kale, chlorella spirulina, wheatgrass, barleygrass, and okay, so it's like super greens, organic greens powder. So that hence the greenish color. And I also had a creatine, a substantial amount of creatine, vitamin C, coconut milk, as usual suspect ingredients. Vitamin C, coconut milk, creatine, the protein powder itself, complete greens powder. I like to enrich my protein shakes with probiotic powder too. So I open an empty probiotic capsules that contain probiotic powder. So notice I'm not overselling it. I'll be underselling it if I call it a protein shake, because protein shake is typically like a protein powder in a liquid. This is protein powder in a liquid with added digestive enzymes, with added lactose enzymes, a lot of times, with added probiotics, with creatine added to it, with vitamin C added to it, with organic greens. Okay, so it's a super shake. So here's the super shake. Here's the Grand Post Medusa supplements. What's in here? Omega-3 fish oil, ashwagandha, magnolia, D3K2, ALA, alpha-lipoic acid. I believe it makes you more alpha. Meaning it can. That's some personal opinion. Talk to doctor before start taking the supplements. Okay. So anytime I get into like kind of certain talk about health fitness, I like to throw in a little disclaimer, general purpose, YouTube disclaimer. So nothing I've said is actually take as medical advice information. Per my personal opinion, is an attempt to replace the care life physician. So if I recommend people start taking magnesium for this, I'm not a doctor. Talk to a doctor before, licensed physician before start taking the supplements. Yada yada. Okay. So anyway, what's in here? Omega-3 fish oil. I take a lot of that. Garlic tablets. Garlic contains allicin, another good natural thing. Magnolia, ashwagandha, ALA, NAC, and N-acetylcysteine. So ALA, niacinamide, vitamin B3, niacinamide, omega-3 fish oil, NAC, ALA, garlic tablets, omega-3 fish oil, ashwagandha, magnolia, D3K2. Okay. So vitamin K2 enhances absorption of D3, which one you see D3K2. If you look for vitamin D online or in the store, a lot of times they will market it with K2 because it can be a benefit. So I'm gonna get the olive oil and pour it over here, just for health benefit, not for the taste or something like this. It might make it tastier, but to add more healthy fats. So I like to consume healthy fats for high temperature cooking, frying. Coconut oil is the king of that, meaning like a whoop, if you're gonna stir fry high temperature, doesn't really oxidize. Neutral coconut oil, you can stir fry with it. High temperature cooking is good for that. Avocado is like tier 2. It's not as high temp proof as avocado is, but up there I think it's 225 degrees Celsius or something like this. It kind of stays okay. And then olive oil for low temperature cooking, like a lot of times adding it to the meal after it's finished, or if I cook at a frying temperature, and then it's like I'm not ready to make my fast yet. Turn down the heat of the pan or pot to the lower setting, and then add some olive oil to it. Okay, stir it up. So olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil are some staple fats I like to use. And real butter if I use butter, which means it's not like palm oil, shea oil, this, that, and the other thing. Canola, palm, shea. No, no, no. It's look at the ingredients. Butter. It's like real butter. Milk, like cream from milk and salt or something like this. It says like milk. It's like two like milk, cream, salt or something like this. Okay. Or like if you might say I'm not an expert in butter, but it's like milk from cream or like cream and milk. So it's like cream milk at worst, cream and milk, and uh, salt. Okay. Now I'm not entirely opposed to the idea of enjoying a meal. Okay. But the main focus, the human mind is not good at focusing on several things at the same time. So a lot of times I'm geared towards what's healthy and strengthening, edifying me physically. And that is really the same thing. A lot of times mutually exclusive. What feels good and tastes good, a lot of times it's not good for your body. Like milkshakes, okay? It's like I think it was my birthday. I went to meet my mom for hamburgers, and I ordered like a dessert, like a milkshake, and some ice cream and stuff. And then wow, it's really tasty. Okay, I blew my socks off. Okay, but it's like, and that is tasty. So it's more like a restaurant experience, like enjoyable. It's like no. But milkshakes are not good. You get like a McFlurry Dime Deluxe. It's ice cream first of all, and then like other stuff you eat it. It's really tasty and pleasurable, enjoyable the eating experience. But long term, it's bad for you. Okay, so a lot of times, what makes you feel good eating it, like what tastes real super good, and kind of like overstimulates your brain. Okay, is not good for health. So I rather focus on food as a nutrient delivery system. Is my mindset. Look at food as a nutrient delivery system rather than a social pleasure. Now then I do the cheat meals, and then I have like a few days where I'm like, yeah, I'm eating for pleasure, ice cream, okay, chocolate, and things like this. Um, now I used to think too. I thought about this fasting. If you fast serious amount, some people boast about I see like 16, 8 fasting. Okay, that's baby stuff. Okay, okay, try over 20 plus. So anyway, that's the point. I'm not like knocking it. Okay, so for some people, it might be awesome to fast a short amount of time if they gonna fast. Okay. That's the point. Fasting, if you fast long enough, the fasting time becomes an invisible spice. See? Whereas like eating an apple after 20 hours of fasting, it's like do you understand? Like an invisible spice to make everything taste better. If you didn't eat for 20 hours and you've been physically active, especially, and you eat an apple. Now, normally, if it's the third time in the day you eat and you have an apple, it's not that enjoyable. Well, it can be, but okay. But try like you haven't eaten for 20 hours and you have an apple. It tastes so much better. So the fasting, the hour spent fasting is like an invisible spice. Okay. Here's another thing on cooking. If you want to learn about cooking, I can recommend Marco Pierre White. He's my favorite chef, I would say. Out of all these like C-level TV chefs, is the favorite one. I like to watch his videos sometimes. Also, I used to like watching Anthony Bourdain's cooking shows. Now, uh, now on the topic of cooking here, I can cook so it's really tasty. And the one thing doesn't have to do the other. You can cook something else that's also tasty. Now, here's my view. If you have good ingredients, they stand on their own, say. So, for example, when I went with my family for a day trip. We got on a boat and went to a place and we were grilling together. And they had like a big pan that you put over, the fire, like a campfire. So it's like a little bit smoke. There's gonna be smoke going around there. And just potatoes cut like sliced, diced, whatever, and piece of pork, like a cube pork, cube potato, fried over a campfire. Just tasty. It's like wow, it's really tasty. Which means the potato and the meat in of itself stood on its own. See, it didn't really need any spices or some ketchup or some hot sauce. Just the meat cooked and the potato cooked was really tasty. And I said, Martin, this is it tastes like, but still they have like spices out on the picnic table. So it's like, same there. It's like, oh, I've sweating a lot today. Let's get some salt on it to get some electrolytes. Okay. It's like salt and pepper. And it made it even tastier, but it was good enough to stand on its own. So you have some quality meat and just fry it up. It's going to be tasty just the meat itself. Okay. So you have quality ingredients. It's like low maintenance. You don't really need to have like 10 different spices and this and that and the other thing, condiments. A good ingredient, like meadow mushrooms or like a good piece of meat, just fry it up. Those are good ingredients since the stand on. So anyway, I'm gonna get the olive oil. Right. Okay. So here's the ICA supermarket. So they have an ICA supermarket in Sweden. So it's one of the biggest like supermarket chains there you can find in most cities. I don't know if it's currently with me, but I don't know. But it's like a store that is like a supermarket store. And it might be the biggest, if not like top three biggest, like franchise like stores where they have them in most cities, ICA. And it can vary from place to place. This one is pretty big, so they have now a lot of times they will have like pretty much everything you need. They will have like a tool section, pet section, food section, and things like this. And if this is like a bigger store, they might have a bigger tool or pet section. But a lot of them will have like sewing supplies, pet stuff, baking stuff, food, and things like this. So his wasabi, high quality wasabi, will be the higher the wasabi content. If you look at the ingredients, a lot of what you buy, like in the West in the tube or something like this, it's mostly horseradish. But that would be like maybe 90+% horseradish, like 3% wasabi. It's like mostly horseradish and then some wasabi. And they will put it in like it, so it could be like 0.2% wasabi, like the rest horseradish or something like this. Now, I like even the cheaper wasabis, but high quality wasabi that you might find at like a high end sushi restaurant, that's especially like Japan, where they have more pride about that type of dish. Where it's like you possibly scoff from using like the Swedish wasabi, or this lovely wasabi, maybe like Italians in Italian restaurant. It's like it's like it would be like somebody's thought that they're like, let's use vegan meatballs or something. No, that's not really meatballs. But it's a point. No, it's supposed to be like this. So here's a point. Yeah, I think in Japan more likely the sushi shops seem to use like the real deal sushi, and in Sweden more like the supermarket wasabi. By a lot of it is like a low amount of wasabi, and most horseradish, but I still like it. It's still fine. So, gotta pour some olive oil. This from the ICA supermarket. I've gone there shopping night before in my streams. That's part of the content we do. Our run streams. This is borderline a little bit overcooked because I brought it to like I cooked it, and then it's like I'm not ready to break my fast. I want to get a training session and got some other stuff done. So I turned down the heat to like 75 degrees Celsius just to keep it heated. Okay, up until right before starting the stream, I turned off the heat, so I was keeping it like warm. So it has the effect of kind of overcooking it and kind of dehydrating it. Whereas like any motion there is going to evaporate with being kept about 50 degrees Celsius for multiple hours. So I have some tube cheese here. This is Priest cheese, one of my favorite Swedish cheeses. Prästost, which directly translates to be priest cheese. Okay, and I learned this factoid from buying the cheese. This is one of my favorite Swedish cheeses, and what I like about it is like a luxury experience cheese, where it feels like a luxury cheese. If you had like a blind test, you might guess the price of it is. It tastes like some expensive cheeses, expensive, more expensive. So it's kind of like feels like a luxury cheese without having a high price. So it's kind of like in the same tier, roughly as Gouda cheese or Edamer or uh, some other common cheeses. But it has a lot of flavor to it. Presto's peach cheese, and this is cured for 12. years. So it's one of these things. Some things are wine, whiskey, and cheese. Typically, they will brag about how like the older the better. Typically, okay, so they put like 6 months, or 12 months, 24 months, or something like this. So this is peach cheese, and I learned it from reading a package of one of the peach cheese I bought. There's different companies selling it. All that's one of the biggest ones. Uh, that it's called peach cheese because in like the Middle Ages or so, around that time, like way back in Sweden, they had a church tax, and we still have that. It was like you support this country with social security number. Once you have income, you pay a church tax, and the Swedish church can take care of your marriage, funeral, things like this. Infant baptism, that's another thing they do. That's not doing anything for spiritually good, at least. So it's a point. Now, uh, so unfortunately, the Swedish church is not doctrinally correct. Okay, they have female deacons, they marry homosexuals, the Bible says, and I'm not afraid to say that. In Sweden, LGBTQ is big. Uh, it's a sin to be gay. And in the Sweden, that's what the Bible teaches. And in Swedish church, they have female deacons. Bara saffnade woman to teach on the Sabbath or we're about to be in Salos. So that's what the Bible says. The Bible teaches the woman should not be priests or like teaching the Bible in the church. Uh, so they have female deacons, priests, marrying homosexuals like lesbians and men that burn one after the other, burning the last one toward another, like men that burn the last toward other men. Okay. It's talked about Romans. I'm not a person who hurt gay people, but I'm not going to compromise and pretend like I agree with things. The Bible teaches this. So there's biblical Christianity, which I practice. And then there's like, oh, we're Christians. And it's like, they're not for the Bible. So true Christianity is follow and figure out what the Bible is teaching and then follow adhere to it. So the Bible doesn't teach infant baptism. See, the Bible doesn't teach it's okay to be gay. The Bible teaches forbids female preachers, like okay, the Bible teachers and pastors. And the Swedish church has female deacons, kind of case in point. If I say I did heretical Swedish church heretical, case in point, infant baptism, female priests marry homosexuals in the church. Okay. That doesn't mean I hate them. One thing that came good out of that church is they had like a program when I was a kid, and that you somehow from the church you got like a children's Bible with watercolor illustrations of like this, and that just blew my mind. So I train up a child the way they should go when they told them not to talk from it. So I would be reading the Bible. And I think my mom helped them to get that possibly like they had some outreach like if you have a child that got baptized, you get this or something like this. Now I've talked to my mom after this. She got saved. I wanted to the Lord, and I've been training her up and teaching her like here's the errors from the Swedish church. Okay, just so you know, it's an infant Baptist. The Bible doesn't teach and that kind of these other things. Like just because they're wrong doesn't mean I have to hate them. Okay, I want to hurt them or something like this. But I just say I'm not going to pretend the things are okay, not okay. So anyway, one of the good things that came out of that was I got like a children's Bible, born as Bible. It's like born illustrated, and it's everything from like the Noah, the Ark, Jesus from the cross, in the Bible stores. There's not going to be scripture, but it's going to be like in children's language, like a 4-year-old can read it. Somebody just learned reading it could be like God became human. Okay, kind of me tossing ridiculous. And it's like people are bad, do bad things. Jesus had to come and take us. You understand? So he had a Genesis kind of creation, everything illustrated. So train up a child where they should go. My mother encouraged the Bible, reading the children's Bible, and I'm still reading my Bible frequently. See, since a child, I learned the scriptures to make me wise unto salvation, and ended up getting saved eventually. So anyway, here's the point. I wouldn't call it the scriptures, but it's still teaching you what the scriptures come on. So, anyway, it's the point. I gotta get to eating here. Oh, we have wheat in there. Hello, babe. Looks tasty. Hello, B. Wanna be too? You know, sometimes I don't check the chat, so sometimes you come in right to me, maybe 10 minutes after. I see, oh, we was in there. I don't know if you're still watching. You're still watching, honey. Welcome, huh? Good to see you, babe. This is my wife. We wonderful. Another person I want to the Lord. So I'm absent. in the flesh, but present in the spirit, drawing and beholding her order. Sometimes she's not drawing and beholding my disorder, or she washed my strength in the middle of me lose my mind because she's lying about yeah, that be disorder. How do you disorder? Disorder. Yeah. So anyway, we here's my lovely, wonderful wife. We wonderful. Hello, babe. Tirak. So, yeah, priest cheese, okay? It comes from the time. So now we have a church tax. So automatically you start having an income, they will deduct a yearly church tax. It might be the IRS equivalent of this. They deduct that. And if you don't want to be part of the Swedish church, like automatically become a member if you're born in Sweden, you had to like send a letter so maybe like I'm withdrawing from it, okay? So now part of the church tax you pay now is I guess either low cost or possibly free some things if you want to get married or have a funeral. I think either like at low cost due to the tax or like subsidized or free. I'm not sure. But you could get married there and this things it is. So um, back in old times, they would have a church tax, and some farmers would pay the church tax in fine cheese, like the cream of the crop, the best cheese, okay, of like the year or possibly was cured. So, and this is something I learned from reading like the back, that they have on the milk cards, like this is made with care and has to come from this place, is the where we brew this or something, okay. So I learned it from reading like a cheese pack, and it's something about in the old times the Swedish farmers used to pay the best cheese of the year to the priests as a church tax. Okay, so priest cheese. If in America, if they got like a Swedish food store, they have in Sweden here. They have like uh, the furnace or city where they have goods, foreign goods. They are hard to find elsewhere. Sweden has a lot of immigrants, so they might have like Thai rice, the same brand of fish sauce that we buy in the Thai supermarket, for example. So in case you come here and be like, oh, this Thai fish sauce, this brand, they might have it too. Okay. So they have like foreign goods that are like the brands and types of food that are available in other places. And some are gonna get blown. That's it, true. Yeah, so anyway, back to what I was saying. That's so true. So the priest cheese, it used to be a tax. I learned from reading a cheese pack that the finest cheese would go to the priests as a church tax. And this is one of these I can recommend this. You might like it if they have a if you're in America or something. They have a Swedish store where some people that have become expats, something like this, or have roots. They open up like a Swedish store, they have like Swedish brand ketchup or something like this. So I can recommend this cheese. It's a Swedish cheese called Prästost, and this was cured for 12 months. I gotta get to eating now, and my plan is to sandwich this. The meat is Angus beef. Common pattern would hate this is they will lie. Somebody came in, I'm with your girlfriend right now. I thought, no, okay, she's a Christian. We're married. She's not just my girlfriend, she's my wife. And we've been going steady for years, okay? And I trust her completely. There's like some kind of gaslighting where you don't understand a relationship, that you think you might even have a chance. That you come in and lie. And the typical way that trolls and haters will attack is with lies. And it's just a pattern behavior. Guys, I just broke my fast. It's 1807. When I cook, I like to meat prep. I like to slice up an onion, red onion. I like to consume about half with raw, and half of it is incorporated into the meal itself and cooked. People are ridiculous. So we actually made a whole account. It's the level of mental illness. It's like We's boyfriend or something. They made an account. Like, I'm with We right now at times. It's like the gaslight, and it's somebody that shows they don't understand this, because they think that it's like a chance. They don't understand the relationship that we have. We don't go by some stereotypes. They don't understand we have true love and trust each other. So it's not like you can get me to think that, like, oh, maybe we say somebody else will get me worried. Like ridiculous, silly people. Get a life. We is a faithful woman. I trust her. And she trusts me too. I'm a total individual, so a lot of the people that are harassing around and told me to pay to gang stock controls to work for the gang stock control. I'm told what. Enjoy with me, honey. I went to take some more food. Okay, now. Thank you, babe. All kinds of strong. Chili strong. Bowl a little bit too spicy. Green olives, seedless. Really good. Yeah, this is the first time I eat is waking up. Fast more than 20 hours. I just broke my fast. See if I do too bad today. The main thing is fast more than 20 hours. I am more disciplined than a lot of men do. The average men are men who watch internet porn, which is the worst they cheat on their wife. Imagine that most Christian women have a husband that's cheating on them virtually all the time. That's not true love. But the average Christian man who's married to a Christian wife watches internet porn regularly. That shows you don't really have true love for her. We have to settle for a man who's cheating on her or gets it close to feel like he's doing sexual stuff with other women only so online looking at it. That's also been normalized now. I don't even live with my wife and I still don't watch porn ever. So it shouldn't be as weird for Christian men to be like I do. Discipline with the diet, what they do, don't do, things like this. Unfortunately, the average Christian man is listening to effeminate weak pastors, blind leaders for the blind, and they're just keeping them weak. I might get some more cheese. After I had somebody come in and attack me in the church as usual. It's like bizarre when they make a whole channel just to attack me. Even the name of the channel is like an attack. And they didn't win anything. It's like I'm not breaking down, crashing up, and triggered. I still doing my meal. It led to me getting brought up by things talking again. If I get moved. I'll 7 cup. It looks like I'm enraged. No. So here's the priest cheese. This is Allerum priest cheese. Lagrad green pepperkorn med perfekt balanserad romlig smak. 35% fat. I like this. It comes in a hard can like this. There's a problem with the internet with people. My cousin said there's a problem with people are used to talking crap on the internet about getting punched in the mouth. So the reason why people are so extremely antisocial a lot of times and like behave like psychopaths, like light psychopaths on the internet because they feel safe from consequences. There's no like immediate consequences where it's like people write things in comments. They might end up getting stabbed to death or beaten into bloody pulp and have life-changing injuries if they said it if they really wounded a person. But on the internet, I mean, that's what you risk if you do certain things that you say that might get the person you're talking to in the room to just leap across the room and be smashing it. Or there could even be weapons come into play. So like people come in and write like horrible comments unprovoked and this sort of. They wouldn't talk like that in real life. So people are gotten used to being able to talk mad crap on the internet. And it's easy to do because there's no like risk of immediate consequences, physical consequences, which in real life there are. So uh, that's another problem of our culture today. And being anonymous online, it kind of reinforces that pathological antisocial part of people's nature. So yeah, bullying people online is kind of safe if you're a coward, hide behind limited. You bully people in real life, there's some risk involved. Sometimes people being bullied stand up for themselves and get violent with the bully. So that's a risk if you bully people in real life. Now online, you can be a coward, hide behind anonymity, and pick on people. And you don't risk getting your ass beat into bloody pulp or dying or something like this, which is part of what you're risking. Like you people that talk like in YouTube comments in real life, they would do that. It wouldn't take long until somebody punched them, stabbed them, shot them. And go with me, honey, I want to take my food. I'll put that after eating them. Borderline too strong. Almost a bit too spicy. Come to the end of this. I might put some more on the plate. So I'm not throwing real, which means people are paid to harass me online and in real life. So I mean, they're so-called narcissistic. They're flying monkeys. So gangster mirrors narcissistic abuse. And people get recruited to pick on me online in real life in subtle ways. Cowardly, subtle, weak ways. So a lot of the attack comments I get online, like trolling, harassment from hated gangster people work for this gangster and prostitution board. And then now and then you have like the average internet hater. They get triggered because they see somebody being better than them. They go and support haters. Konstant people want to see being better than them. Maybe feel good about their body soft, lazy, fat, out of shape. So that's also like, I don't know if it's a music to anybody, but people are trolling others, like attacking people and act like they're trolling, hated that behavior. There are people that are unhealthy, immature, toxic. A lot of times people don't self-esteem. They see somebody that's better than them. better looking, smarter, more talented, and triggers them to feel better about themselves. Or they feel inferior because you are. And they want to attack you. So for that I figured out two flavors to mix well together. If you get cheese, I figured this out as kind of like a snack once. You get a slice of cheese, or more than a slice, and you put some wasabi on it. Wasabi and cheese go really well together. All kinds of straw, chili straw, wasabi straw, onion straw. The other thing I find mixed well together is onions. And cheese. So get cheese, put some raw onion on it, chew it. Cheese, put some wasabi on it, chew it. This one. Gotta go to the kitchen. Bring some more food outside. Alrighty. I got some gluten-free tortilla breads. Put some of this. This is Nella hazelnut cookie spread, sugar-free, sugar and palm oil free. And this is crunchy peanut butter. I'm gonna make it. These are Vasa knäckebröd free hard bread. Yes, there's a problem now with people acting very toxic. People on the internet act the way she never act in real life, being pathological, toxic. And it's because in real life, if you show up, attack strangers, and start insulting strangers in the same room with them, you risk a violent altercation or some other type of consequence. So, toxic people exploit anonymity, which shows that the worst people now. And that's a lot of times why people are hate failures. The organic ones for hate ones, because they feel like they're better now. And their behavior shows that I'm better than me. Not bad. This is called the, this will go well on toast. Yes, I'm a part individual, which means I'm part of a secret form called gangster. I'm a Christian, persecuted Christian, persecuted by the Swedish state that have a secret persecution form called gangster. And part of the problem is people in real life can be recruited targets, so-called flying monkeys, to do narcissistic dogs abuse that like subtle target acting. And the problem is not just psychological, they can push you from suspect chemicals on it. So it's like most of the attacks are covert, it's subtle. And a lot of people attack them online, they're flying monkeys. They're paid against, of course, they have a job the rest of them. Then you have the average run of the mill, like internet hater types. Pyramid. So yeah, I'm a persecuted Christian Tornado, and I'm probably what called James Bond Tornadoes. I have been for more than a decade now. Really good. This is gluten-free hotbed. It's actually part of the care packages that Sweden sent to Ukrainians at the first round of support. I remember this. It was in the news this years back now, when Sweden started supporting the Ukrainians. Part of what they sent as a care package were MREs, and it is they sent Swedish Vasa knäcke, which is gluten-free hard bread, sesame and sesame. They also sent bard armor and 84 launchers. Quite a lot. The 84 is a anti-tank device, man-portable anti-tank system. And it was mostly less like effective against up to like cold wire attacks. And part of the doctrine, Swedish doctrine, was it's like a light, similar to the Panzerfaust that the Germans had. It's like a light single-use tube you have on your back, and you can take it off and hit a tank word. Now, the 84, the Swedish military dogma, wasn't designed to that you can't cover it knocking out a main battle tank and MBT in one hit. So I think Swedish dogma was like you have to count on around 5 hits to knock out a tank, like a main battle tank, with 84. But against light armor vehicles, like BMPs or something like this, it can be very effective. Fires a heat round. In Swedish, in Sweden, the designation is P86 or pounds of scope of the sex. Ja, det är typ konstigt med bäst kanske genom mobiler så långt på något fräscht som för sensor. Och I don't know. That's part of what Steven Center supports to study. The 84, Swedish designation P86. For Panzerscope 86, which will be armor shot, pretty much representative. The Germans had a system called Die Panzerschreck and the Panzerfaust. So, not that different, really. It's an inverted cone of hoppers of what is inside the explosive, and when it explodes, it forms a liquid jet. A heat cell. It's called heat cell. High explosive anti-tank. Another Swedish weapon system is called Carl Gustaf. It's a recoilless rifle technically. Yes, anyway. After somebody came in and attacked me in the chat, it reminded me of the pink stuff. So, a lot of people who show up in my chat harassed me about pink stuff, the so-called perch. They work for the state persecution program, told me. So I'm really told of the secret persecution program. I'm a Christian told with state persecution. There's a secret program, just like the German government had a program called Sursekta in the 70s. This is very similar to that. I've been talking more than 10 years. And what it does totally entail. Harassment, psychological warfare is a big part of it. It's not only that. I've been attacked physically by the poor, food poison, spray with chemicals. I've been shot and labeled something, possibly like a CA dark and heart attack or something like that. So I've been told physically to make of access and the purposes of this. It's a full-on war. But a big part of the targeting is psychological warfare. So-called narcissism, so people come and pick on each other. Which is easy to pick on myself when not in the group. Okay, that's easy to do over the internet. Hide a bad image. I really like it's not safe to be in the room and pouring it. Most people will even try, but on the internet you can do that. So anyway, I'm gonna talk of a secret poem called Gangster on videos, which is reminiscent of the Rosetta poem the German government having sent its natives. The poem designed to destroy life, totally mental and physical. And they recruit people to be their agents, told me all that in real life. A lot of people attacking my line that gang stalkers. Really put up the told me. And then now and then we have the average internet hater, like average, so-called organic hater. Oh, right. Got another fight back. No focus. Yeah, we said hello to you guys. We smell life. She's very sweet. So the targeting war is subject to constant provocations and abuse, narcissistic psychopathic abuse by proxy. Really few people come attacking around in real life in subtle ways. Well, every time I go outside, people are sent to go by so-called gang stalkers. So if I go to a supermarket, some people in the supermarket are the agents, work for the poor. Now they're gonna be subtle, so it's like you can't really, it's hard to call them about it. It's a modern day equivalent to this reception program. This is crunchy peanut butter. So I'm using a mix. It's crunchy peanut butter with hazelnut coconut. Both of these are sugar free. And it contains some sweeteners, which is not really good either. Second lesser of two evils. Type of choice can have sugar or sweeten. So I got a comment on Rumble. So I'm live on my laptop on Rumble and YouTube. Somebody left a comment, but they didn't hit the like button. I can tell because I don't have a huge audience on Rumble. So they came in, and you're not going to get an answer that was there. If you come in, you get some attention, and answers to your questions, whatever you're looking for. And you're being narcissistic. You didn't hit the like button. You think I'm gonna pay attention to? Think again. You know, I'm the happiest alone. It's like typically it's like I'm in a good mood and things are going well until I start checking comments and people that test article toxic, just like bad energy. It's just annoying. And people come in working to stir up your wrath with grievous words. Grievous words stir up anger. So it's like they're trying to stir up your anger with grievous words. So that's very subtle. Essentially. This is why I turn off the chat a lot of times. I put all restrictions. That's not something that I have bigger issues. I survive assassination at times. The average Christian couple now, it's not like me, the average Christian, American Christian woman has a high body count. Okay, so it's a high body count. And the average Christian woman has to settle for a man that settle for a woman with a high body count. And you understand this how sick things are. The average Christian woman now has a high body count. And the average Christian man married to a woman is cheating on that woman virtually by looking at porn frequently. So, and that's what the average Christian man and woman settle for. That's been normalized. Like the Christian man watches porn, cheating on his wife virtually. And the woman has high body count. So that's how the average relationship looks like. We is a chaste woman. So I'm her first relationship. I was married. I didn't have to settle for a high body count, low attractiveness woman. A low body woman. But she didn't have to settle for a low body man. Because we both have enough value to attract the valuable, a high value partner. Value for value. We have to be good to attract it. I think that's gonna be it. This peanut butter was really good. So just because it's sugar free doesn't mean that it's healthy. Don't read it as that. If you see something that says sugar free, it doesn't mean that it's healthy, okay? It's not like, well, if it's like, if Nutella has or launches a sugar free Nutella and they use something else, it can't count up being healthy food. Just because it will be less unhealthy in a lot of cases, okay? For example, Diet Coke, I don't believe that's healthy. It's going to be healthier or less bad for you, I would suspect. But I've looked at a lot of research about chemical sweeteners to aspartame and like flavor has E61, MSG, E61, monosodium glutamate, aspartame, sucralose, there's all kinds of chemical sweeteners. So I don't believe that these chemical sweeteners are great for you, okay? Now, given the choice between Diet Coke and regular Coke or sugar, I would Diet. This is super sick. So, in case you wonder when I started getting, I rate this after Hater came in. I'm gonna show you what they wrote actually. This is the level of just weird, naughty behavior that I have to deal with. Don't leave comments without having clicked the like button and act surprised if you get blocked without an explanation, just like this. Okay. Talk to Mike and say answer to my questions and you can hit the like button. Okay. One of the few benefits of having a small Rumble channel, when I go live, is like right now I got 3 live views from Rumble. Is that I can tell. It's like says 0 like. I got 2 people writing comments. Like, oh, so these 2 people that left comments in there, they didn't hit the like button. So it's like narcissism. It's like, I'm here to get an answer, get attention. I want to talk. I want to get an answer to a question. I want to get some interaction from Mike's side. But I can't give a little like on his video. Okay. People come and ask questions. I'm actually going to show you. This is the person came in before. Sick bastard. See, so after we came in, my girlfriend said hello to me in the chat. Not my girlfriend, my wife. This person shows up. We's BBC boyfriend. See? So the level of harassment, cyberstalk that I get, is people make entire YouTube channels where they make their name an attack in of itself. See? So it's like a whole YouTube channel. Do you know there's different levels here? And I get a lot of this stuff. Like somebody makes an account just to harass me. And they subscribe to me for 20 minutes to leave a comment. And they make a whole channel just to be able to come in and like one off, leave a comment. We's BBC boyfriend. So we comes in, wish my wife. Hi, she said. And then this person goes, hey, don't be talking to my woman. I'm with her right now in Thailand, leave her alone. Which is gaslighting. So this is the level of just bizarre, weird behavior. And if it's not like a cyber stalker, paid game stalker, and it's like an average troll, it would show just how little they understand, see. Because it's like, it'd be like, oh, Mike is in a long distance relationship. And I think that maybe it's in the same type of long distance relationship that other guys have, but it's not serious. And the girl or something is. So it's like, I think that I could get in his head and gas at him. They're going for like the fact they think that I get be jealous, like worried. See? Like, I'm with your girlfriend right now. And I'd be like, oh, gosh. It's like, oh, I'm worried now. It's like they don't understand the relationship. I have absolute trust that she has for me. See? So she's the opposite of this woman. I'm the first man she's been with in a relationship. And we're married. You know, we decide I want you as my wife, but I want you as my husband. And we've been, with the immediate and long distance relationship. We've been talking for, 5-6 years now. Okay. And I have no, like, doubts, okay? She's not like, you can't get in my head that she's running a scam on me or she's just with me for a green card or money or these are like racist stereotypes. Or be like, oh, Mike, I'm her boyfriend, I'm with her right now. So I'm going to try to get it in my head. I think it's like, it shows that you don't understand the relationship. And somebody tries to troll that angle. Okay. Or that they think that it might work. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm not jealous. Now, jealousy is the rage of a man, see. So they're trying to get you enraged for the provoking me. So it's like a lot of times it's like they're trying to treat your anger and rage in me, which is narcissist always use that is normal. But basically like they trigger you and provoke you. And then if they're trying to make me mad, and if I get mad, then I'm supposed to look like the bad guy. It's like an angry person. See, Mike is an angry person. It's not the people harassing him daily, leading to him lose his temper. No, it's just he's got a character behavior, you understand? Real version of anger. Jealousy is the rage of a man. See? So they're trying to provoke me with grievous words, trying to stir up jealousy, which is the rage of a man, the Bible says. See? For that they provoke the spirit that is speak and rise upon his lips. That's another effect that people provoke the spirit. So anyway. Well, And I'm sure the person left a comment doesn't have a woman who's as beautiful and high class mindedness. They can attract some of these comments. A woman with a more and high attractiveness. The average woman is high masculinity, high body count, low femininity, low attractiveness. But well, the average woman is low femininity, high masculinity, bad. I'm a Christian. I most likely guy that we call next also now is a person that if they got if they're inside, if they have a girlfriend, they're not gonna be as beautiful as my wife is. And basically low value. Low value. High body count. And it's not hard for my girlfriend to win the competition, but she's not here, but it's like what makes me better than one other girl? Well, she hasn't been a woman who jumped from one guy to another guy to another guy to another guy. Where a lot of women, once they hit 30, they had a lot of relationships. So they have one boyfriend, next, next, okay. And maybe kind of going steady and then it breaks up and this is this. So a virtuous woman is worth to be praised. So it's good to celebrate women like we, who are, as women should be, chaste. Meaning she's been at home, working with her hands, knitting and stuff, taking care of cats, her family helping out around the house. Okay. Kind of like Cinderella without that like overbearing negative like taskmaster. Was actually that she's doing with I need to help out at home. Okay. So uh and she's chaste, meaning she hasn't been out drinking and driving and clubbing and humping and pumping, okay. She's been staying home, not having boyfriends, and just being a good woman. It's in terms of human morality, okay, in comparative terms. So, yeah, it's not just, it's like I like the balancing shots. A lot of times it ends up criticizing things that are bad. They should also balance it out by kind of celebrate things that are good. See, for example, well, there's a problem in society with masculine women, and feminine men. And women, by the time they're 30, have had like six romantic partners of this and two abortions. Okay. Two baby murders. Three, I don't know what the average is. Like the average American woman, once she hits 40, she's had murdered two babies, like infanticide. Okay. She's had two abortions. Well, maybe like 1.5 or something like this. She had two abortions and been in like seven relationships, which is not good. Okay. And I've even seen like women that are like interviewed by alpha male, red pill guys, that they will be on board. It's like, yeah, it's like, this, yeah, a woman's value goes down each romantic relationship she's into. Every partner, or you know what I mean, that she has her value goes down like that. And you can lie all you want, but if you would ask your girlfriend, like, how many boyfriends did you have before me? It was like 12. You'd be like, what? Okay. And you feel like kind of like now her stock has been lowered a little bit in your eyes. Just without thinking, you have that reaction. And this type of stuff, like people pretend like that's not real. Everybody judges other people automatically. Okay. Which means a man wants his male love eros is jealous love. True love is jealous love. So a man is like wants his wife for himself. See, which why people make fun of cocks of these guys that let their wife hang out with other guys in the subway. So men want a woman who's like this is mine. Okay, possessive. Love is possessive and jealous. True love. So it's like my wife, okay, or my wife, okay, and then the same the woman is the same. It's like this is my guy only, okay. So that's human love, real love. It's like you don't want. So anyway, there's a problem in our society where a lot of young women have had a lot of romantic problems. The boyfriend, one boyfriend, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Once they get married, they already had 12 boyfriends by the time they get married, which is not good. Okay, it's not gonna get you to make it impossible to get saved or something like this. And it's not like you gotta be a serial killer or something like this. But it's like it's not good. Okay, just like I would say, the average man watches aquarium streams like live porn, like porn videos on the internet. Okay, and like at least once a week, playing with himself, like the diddler. Not at the feet on the roof, but the diddler on the pillow or something. The diddler on the couch or something. The diddler, oh, we went in the butthole or something. Stop being that way. Stop being that way. Why you put your fingers in that? It's an exit hashtag in circle. It's like place you do more. That I think that is what people out. Negative. Going to go. Very sensible. Okay. I can tell you. So it's support. The problem with these people that a lot of them they're offended that, and if they have a wife girlfriend, they're messed. So femininity is important. So some people they like for the there's examples. So yeah, I like movies a woman should be overly international man. Of course this vehicle, when it's not made up. That's it has movie. Okay. Some people are like that, like distortion, so and then show his papers. Like that. They're showing his body. Right, it's a point. No, like, I'm not joking. Like, he's got enough of like, elections. He's got enough of be part of somebody who used to be like, and when it had to be like the leaders said that it's celebrating. Where apparently, if you really think about this, how access to femininity is something that they need to do. A quality or that they should be protected. That's true. Good. We we can't. Of course, well, it's really not much different than a woman doing that. If you're not going to watch this, I recommend you don't sleep around with you. Stay still and sleep around with your mind. And I made it, I know that one, but I made this thing. So, the human beings are designed to have one relationship. The other way human beings to get married and have the same relationship. Like swarms. You see different animals, they are called, they are monogamous. Or it's dogs, they get dogs. The wild boar has a system to do dogs. Dogs are usually find friends, and they develop. So, dogs, they don't get mated the same. Yeah, it's like different people too. The idea is to find the right person. So I just finished my omelet meal, and I'm most likely that'll be the one yesterday. Yes, I'm gonna finish up. Live fast breaking meal.